Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield, so the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity. They weren't able to do it there.
Trying to get to it. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Off the play fake. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, dime personnel package comes on the field, and they do their job, right? They take away all the throwing lanes, nowhere to go for him with the football throwing it, but they rally to him. They use their speed to not prevent an explosive play on the scramble. These guys probably now coming off the field in case this offense decides to go for it here in the 4th.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Back to throw, it's Newman. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The play action fake. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes a move. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Offense in a split backfield. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He looks that one in nicely. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They go to the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to take off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Newman. leaves it in the middle. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Leaves it with the back. At the 45, on his way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Going up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Great move there. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll ride Davis here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On third down, going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding,
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Newman. And they fail to hook up on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. It's a draw. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Newman. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes the offense on second down. He leaves it with his back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll go hurry up here. Trying to find his man on first down. And that one's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
And the Bulldogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. The aerial assault continues. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Newman. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. Makes a connection. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Starkville. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Feeling some heat. They've got the screen set up. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The give to Davis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A low line drive and not his best work. He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Newman. Makes his connection. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Dogs are on the move. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He lets it fly. Touchdown, Dogs! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Looking to throw. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch him? And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Mississippi State right back to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give on the inside. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. It's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Looking to throw, it's Newman. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go back to the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Georgia sends out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And now on second down for this offense. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. They'll try to run it in. He's not going to make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They hope to push this edge out to a field goal. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Grab near the marker is Etienne. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
At the 31. And first down for the offense.
The give from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Back to throw, it's Newman. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll ride Davis here. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. He didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play. Moves the change for the first down. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David. Now trying to put something together.
But Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Etienne. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using the quick game. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pocket starts to collapse. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wide out in motion. Back to pass, it's Newman. They're trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
Oh, and they let a golden opportunity slip away. A chance to take the lead. Ball goes off the upright. Game's not over, but they're not going to get too many more chances like that.
Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
A loss of 14 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they're able to make the tackle. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll keep it himself. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Newman. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He's going to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
That keeps the score. Georgia 28, Mississippi State 23.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll start this drive with a pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dialing up a second down pass play. The short hands, it's Davis. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Unloads to the wideout and wings it incomplete. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.